I mean, sure, I'm just getting everything, man. This will be absolute superhero of this. Like, look at this. Look at this stuff. This is one card. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and guys, I'll be honest, this deck absolutely blew my mind. Not only we crushed Mythic with this one with very dominating performance, but Enigma Jewel is card maybe I was sleeping on it. Man, this card can be insanely busted, and the possibilities with it are endless, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see more and more of this card in future. If you aren't subscribed, smash the subscribe button, and like, and share, and have fun. Let's go with this one. I mean, that's a ramp. That's a ramp. And we can use it immediately on many things. So this will be the last play. Because this means we can use the treasure map. And that's insanely cool, man. Man, the Enigma Jewel is legit extremely strong if you can get the full potential. Like, the 1 mana card that gives you 2 extra mana is no joke. You just need to use it right. Alright, so this is Invoke Justice deck. And we need to hit a counter spell. Nah. It's not a bad card, but it's a bad card for now. So I think we can do better. I really think we can do better. And now we can go with the Shark. Shark, pretty good stuff. And thanks to the Jewel and Map Treasure, or treasure map, we can flip it. I mean, on curve? Kinda. What are you? I mean, that's an interesting pairing. I'm not sure what they use it for. That's weird. Not sure what to think about it. A Sunfall. Sunfall is not the card we need. Even though he has creatures, I don't think that's the play. Do we go for the upkeep stop? We could flip it and get a good card. I did not want to do this. Oh my god. Sure. I think we go with the Smite. No. We don't need to. We just need the counter spell. So that was really bad. I really wanted to use it differently, but maybe we can make it work. Maybe we can make it work. Burning Treasure, probably not the smartest. I mean, we get the thing. Alright. I'm changing my mind a lot, but I think it makes sense here. And now we can use the Jewel to activate this. And I think we are aggressive. If they play Emperor, I'm super fine with it. If they attack for 4, I'm super fine with it. With this we can find Farewell or counter spells faster. So yeah, I think that's cool. So far few interesting decisions. And the goose is eternal. Like, the goose is timeless. So, 0. Wait, what? X is 0. Target artifact or non-aura enchantment to the battlefield. Oh, that's quick. Alright then. I cannot kill it yet, but it's a creature. Oh, so it's actually a downgrade. Sure. The portal is scary, but I think we can just exile all the creatures and we don't... Oh, he will get the shark. Let's see if he attacks with the Raffin Informant. I mean, it's not as bad as it looks. I think. Emperor? Yeah, let's take her. We have the land, so we can just go with it. And I'm not blocking just because we will Sunfall this anyway, so he doesn't have one of the multiverse. We should draw first, right? We are close to flipping, by the way. Land. Land is interesting. We probably need a lot. You know what? Let's take the land. Man, we can actually do it now, but it's not good enough, I believe. So we just Sunfall this. He might get the shark, which isn't optimal, but I think we can make it work. Do we go for aggression? Sure. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Alright, so that's the attack. We deal 3 damage, and we say go. We could start with this, but I really want to keep drawing cards with those treasures. And the shark is okay, but if we can draw enough cards, we just farewell everything and win. Iron Crack? Sure. Yeah, we probably will have to go into farewell, but we can just Sunfall maybe. Alright then. What a coincidence, we are playing an artifact deck, but it's fine. Oh, it is tapped. Alright, I guess. And we can always use the Enigma Jewel. Let's get some extra cards. Shall we? We draw quite a lot every turn. Land is acceptable. 2 lands are probably not the best. 3 lands is probably exactly not what we want. Alright, that escalated really quickly. And that's the last creature, right? Alright, I think we play the land. And I think we start another treasure map. We just need to hit Sunfall and the game is absolutely ours. And it's somewhere here. And we're at 16, so it will take a while until he gets us. Also, he might get rid of, he might not have enough cards to just keep playing stuff and, getting the shark. That's fine. Don't forget we have the Anchorage as well. So we actually have quite a lot of blockers for this. Especially if he taps. Interesting. No priority, so it means we are getting everything. And as you can see, even if he has those attackers, it doesn't really do much. And I can keep activating this with the Enigma Jewel every turn, so he's not even sneaking too much damage. That was a great trade for me. And now, do I want this card? Sure. Because I have lands, so extra card means more stuff. And let's activate. I think we go for the upkeep stop here. We really want something that we can play. I mean, that's no joke. We can get the shark back. So I'm taking it. Let's draw. I could also go for Enigma Jewel, and I know you're probably screaming, so we get this, but we'll see. Artifact is here. Planeswalker. I mean, I can make it. So that means we can just discard it safely. I mean, let's go. Let's go. I know you want to see it, so we are doing it. We're absolutely doing it, and I have no idea what will happen. This. We can exile as much as we want. Cannot I craft with something from my hand? I thought I can go with the hand as well. So I wanted the Eternal Wonder, to be honest. Do I want to craft with this? Sure. Why not? And this? No, I don't think this one works. So I guess it has to be in the graveyard. So let's go for this one. We can keep drawing some cards, that should help. And we this is pretty good. I have to say, this is pretty good. And if we go like, alright, we exiled stuff. I think we just go with 2 lands then. That is already so much value. Alright, do we play land? I don't think so. I think we have... Alright, we have so much stuff, man. Alright. Finally, we can get stuff. Let's go for the scry. Alright, we need to pay the mana for this one. And not needed. I mean, Sunfall cannot hurt, right? It's a good card. And let's attack. We can raise this. Man, this card is insanely fun when it works. Like, you can do so much with it. Like, look at all those abilities. Yeah, so when he flips, we can always Sunfall all of this, and then we can play Eternal Wonder. So what I should do is just discard it to the Great Door, and then use it to craft. That was the idea, but I thought we can craft from the hand as well. I thought it was from hand. Oh, maybe it was from the battlefield, right? We'll check later. Alright. I mean, let's keep doing stuff. Let's start with the Emperor maybe, because then we can make sure that the Seed Shark is not here. So if he wants to cast something, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Alright. That's the counter spell, sure. Let's start getting stuff. Oh, I have loyalty counter on this? Yeah, I have one. Man, this works so weird. So we pump this. And we do it twice. Alright, that's fine. And let's go for the treasure map and get more stuff. We'll see what is on top of our library. Alright, I'm starting to understand the stuff. Let's not take it, maybe. And do we go with Elspeth right now? First, let's go for this. Well, this is the card we needed. So, do we keep the Sunfall or Elspeth? I don't think we need this. I honestly think we don't need this, and it also is the 4 out of 4. Oh no, he will get it. Alright, it's fine. Alright, not the best play. I forgot he has the portal because it didn't do anything for such a long time. And because he's blocking, he's still getting the same shark, so we actually didn't lose anything. And we keep the Disruption Protocol, so the only big thing he has in the board will be this Fire XM portal. And with the Enigma Jewel we should have enough. Man, this is such a messy game. Is that good enough? It gives him a lot of mana. Let's go for it. We will untap the artifact. This way we save one of the treasures. So instead of sacrificing it for mana, we just tap it for the same mana. Alright. Learning as I go. What? What happened here? Why? This is the card that asks so many questions. Alright, we will do this first. And then we flip it, so permanently we will have a lot of mana, and that should help a little bit. Now we can draw with all those treasures very easily. And we will make it harder for our opponent. Alright, and we attack. If he does the same thing as before, that means he won't have double Seed Shark, so that's still good for us. And that means... that means that he has a little pressure on the board. And he can only take that redrop, basically. Definitely not my best game, but man, I'm learning. This is such a weird card. I mean, the options with this card are limitless, right? You can do so many weird things together. It's basically like Power Rangers, the Megazord. Alright, here comes the stuff. And they reanimated only 2 extra cards, right? That's not too much. Oh, they actually remove it? Sure. Interesting, so the Sunfall should be very useful. Do we try to save Elspeth? I'm not sure, honestly. We probably won't activate the Jewel. Oh, right, they have Summoning Sickness, so never mind. And let's draw some cards. Yeah, I think we should be winning this one, even after all those misplays. Because now we can use all the treasures to draw cards, because we have infinite mana, and here it is. That is the card we needed. But I'm not even sure if we need it. I will get just 6 blue mana for a tap. And this will be fine. No, I think it wants to tap itself. Not sure if we need to tap itself, so we will just do manual tap. Just to make sure. Yeah, that will do. 8, 9. Alright. I wanted to be ready in case I have something that taps. Let's go for the everything, I guess. So this Emperor... And I don't think we need... Oh, right, I need to put everything, because I need 4. Alright then. So this is a new jewel. And we can do what? We can take our card back. So that's good. And we can get rid of this as well. Good start. What can we do more? We can draw some cards. Sure, let's do it. Discard. And probably Candid Ray, right? And I could just exile everything, but it's an artifact and I'm having a blast with it, so we are not doing it. 15. They cannot deal enough damage. So we will attack with the bird. Oh my god, it becomes a double bird. That's the true interaction. The true win con. And now we of course use them up. And we are slowly learning to play the deck. Man, everything is double. It's actually insane. Let's not put it into graveyard, alright? Let's just put double counters. What? Why are you in the board? Alright, the Emperor, the Eternal Wanderer trigger. Alright, makes sense. At some point we'll just have to exile it probably, but I want the maximum value before this. And we want him to play as many cards as possible, so preferably he's in full top deck mode. I'm not even pretending I'm playing it optimally, but it's actually the most fun I had in Magic in a while. And this card is actually insane, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this sees more play over time, because the possibilities are kinda endless. And the fact that doubles all the mana is just huge. Or the abilities. Raffine Informant. That's the last card, by the way. I'm sad we don't have Tezzeret on this, because drawing 4 cards is my new favorite. But, you know, it's fine. What can we do? Lifelinkers? What is the board? Some flying. I mean, we will just go with the Eternal Wanderer. And what is the second spell? Probably a 5/5. I think. I should read those cards, but I'm not. I know most of them except this one. It's fine. And I mean, you know what? We are going with the bird. Because you know this... Oh, I should just take the mana from this. My bad. I don't think now it makes sense, so we'll just use it later. Like, those map tokens will be insane very quickly, and that's already 6 damage, and on the next turn he kinda dies from all the map tokens, because we'll have potentially 4 counters. I mean, we are entering the numbered mythic with style. Alright, we have Jewel into Protocol, but we won't have double blue for it, so we are still not getting the full value. Unfortunate. I think we go with the Jewel first. We might draw something for 2-drop, we might draw something that, for example, Treasure Map would take great value from this. I mean, that's pretty cool. Still, I think we go with this. It is more ambiguous than just playing a tap land. Alright, so, I think we need this. Honestly, I need the land as well. I think those are good cards. Especially that we have Sunfall, right? And we'll draw the card, live game, and that should mean that I think we won the game. Not fully sure, but I would give like 85% we are winning this game. Just because we have time to use everything and then we'll Sunfall. The Exile should help as well. Alright, the Thrill Seeker, so huge things will fling. Like, he's attacking already, so we might just activate it. Let's draw the card. Not fully sure about the next turn. We could go Disruption Protocol. I think we pass the turn. Even though I would absolutely love to cast it, it would be so fun. But I think we are under a lot of pressure, and we cannot just allow him to play whatever he wants. Especially that he can cycle one of the cards, so he will get a little bit better draw than usually. And we need to be prepared. And he kinda needs to play it on this turn. Alright, that is probably pretty good. And you can see that we should be way lower than 16, but that's the magic of Candy Trail. As you can see, this is definitely a meaningful card here. Like, this is something Sunfall would not hit. You know what? This is pretty cool. I could also go Emperor. I'll be risky. I just prefer it this way, okay? We have one permanent in the graveyard. It's artifact, so we need land, planeswalker, and possibly a creature. So we know, we might actually hit it faster than we expect. Alright, sure. That's not the worst. This will get some counters, but it's not lethal. Oh, he can use it now, sure. Not sure if we will use the Smite, to be absolutely honest. I mean, this is really good. Alright, let's give him the card. And hopefully he targets this. Perfect. And now we can play the Emperor and get rid of this as well, and keep cycling the cards. Let's draw, maybe? Sure. Like, it goes into graveyard, so it's not the worst. And he's fully tapped, so he cannot use the card. Now we go with Wandering Emperor. And enjoy. Told you. 85% that we already won on turn 2. And, well, we will see. He can still fling, but I don't think he has enough, right? And soon we will be able to Enigma Jewel. So he will draw some cards. Let's see what he gets. This is actually a very strong combo. Just 2 cards and infinite cardo in a way. Let's draw this card. I mean, this can be as well in the graveyard, man. And this could be a land. I think we definitely want to play this. And Sunfall should be good. He drew a land, so it means that he only has 1 card. And we can activate this. Now we can put the counter. And grow the Emperor and also have a board. Even if it cannot trade against what he has, it will slow it down way too much. So the game is practically over. I mean, that's a pretty high rank, so I'm pretty happy with it. Goose is happy as well. A lot of counters, we get the idea. I think I want to cherish this one Sunfall, and let's try to, you know, dump some permanents into graveyard, so we can activate this faster. Let's keep going. Oh, this is a nice one. You know what? I'm taking this. So, man, we are so winning this. The ordering was all wrong, but it doesn't matter. And do we want to untap it? Honestly, not. I just want extra card. This one card is basically a win con. Like, if we hit the right card, it's so much power. Man, the server seems to be really dying today. I already got disconnected, like super hard, and I thought mono-red player is roping, and then man, is it happening again? Alright, I will try to reconnect. Alright, there's a lot of things happening in the background. Do I still have time? Alright. So it didn't trigger -2. Okay, it's good that I tried to reconnect then. And let's go with the fairy, right? That should be absolute closing move. And we have 2 creatures, we can protect both of the planeswalkers. Even if he gives trample to this somehow, we only use 1 planeswalker. I mean, sure. We will go with this, right? No trample, no kill. Oh boy, that's so bad for him. And yeah, let's take some mana. Let's go with blue. And now we untap stuff. Let's go. We could also go to Fairy. I mean, it's fun, right? We're not super playing to win, but the fun needs to be here. And I don't think he can remove the jewel. So we are crafting it. Man, this feels so good. Like, look at this stuff. 1, 2, 3, and I mean 4, because why not? Do we want one of... Yes, I want it. Oh man, I want it a lot. Let's get the Teferi, right? I can craft with this one? And this one? I mean, sure, I'm just getting everything, man. This will be absolute superhero of this. Like, look at this. Look at this stuff. This is one card. So I can use one Planeswalker ability. That's something we need to consider. This is a 6/6. And we will go with drawing a card. We will draw 2. And that's a good start. And what can we do now? I think draw a card and discard a card. Sure, let's do it twice. If we hit a creature, and we did, we could flip it, but we don't really need to. Still, I will do it like this. Tezzeret is great. I don't think we need the Candy Trail, but I guess we can play it, so let's do it like this. Man, it's so fun. Man, this is my new favorite card, like, honestly. Sure, let's go with this, cause reasons. And let's go for this 2 damage. I mean, if he can beat this, I will be impressed, because I have a lingering suspicion, like, he has no way to match this one super card. Man, I actually like Jewel of Enigma Jewel so much. Alright, we will take this hand, I think. It might be a losing one. We are on the draw with Painland. And you know that it will be aggro because nobody plays nothing but aggro in standard. So this will be pretty rough. No 1-drop, so that's great. Full set of caverns, but they have no drawback, so why wouldn't you? Man, it's actually pretty hilarious. And we have to go for the Talia. Let's see what the play is. We actually didn't even know about what colors this deck is. And our opponent has the most oppressive start they could ever think of. So what do we do? I think we'll have to go Celestus Sunfall because he scales so crazy that this is the only way we can go around it. Like, we will be dead in 2 turns, so we need to sweep the board on the next one. So right now he knows that the Sunfall is an option for the next turn, and it's the awkward situation. He doesn't know if he should commit to the board or not commit. This is pretty smart. Can we survive one more turn? We don't need to. We have double Sunfall because we are a really good player. So, right, we won the game. Because we hit Sunfall, and thanks to Celestus, if we didn't ramp, that would be way harder. I mean, way harder. So, my friend, do you want to maybe attack? We will go with the Great Door. We get the value rolling. If he attacks, we block with the token. If he casts something, we use Disruption Protocol and just tap something. So he lost. He can explode right now. Oh boy, man, I actually really like this deck. Uncounterable. Easy. Everything just uncounterable. I mean, it makes the game for aggro players much easier, right? And now they can just trade from 2/2 to 5/5, cause reasons. Cause why not? I honestly am not sure if we should block this. Right, this is extremely scary card, by the way. No blockers, and now, alright, no blockers, so I guess we are not doing it. He can give haste to a lot of stuff, but it's fine. Artifact in the graveyard. We take the turn. We play the land and we go for this, right? And that's good. Thanks to this, we will have a 5/5, and we don't have to trade with it. So that's a big difference. Then I will try to go into the night time. We still have the protocol in case they play non-creatures, but probably a dead card. Absolutely easy. Uncounterable. everything uncounterable. Because counter spells were so insanely good in Standard before that we cut them down to 4, and now we are cutting them to 2. And we are still winning. Alright, so we will trade it. He actually doesn't get too much value with this, right? This is one of his best cards in the deck, to be honest. 0 mana? Sure. Why not? But we have Elspeth, right? So let's start cycling. Honestly, I think like there's no way this will be used, so even land is probably better. Yeah, definitely. Like this. Alright, I think we go with the Anchorage. It might be useful, it's a creature basically. And now we cycle the other land. We still will win, but it's funny. It's funny. Let's get rid of the land. And let's see what our opponent will do. Easy. All 3 and 4 drops. I mean, there is a chance we will still lose, man. However, we can double block on board. We can double block on board. Let's start with this. Then go. I mean, I will go with this. I don't need the last mana, so we might go as well like this. And after the blocks, we'll just use the Smite. Or maybe we go like... we could double block. This is the better deal, right? So, I could smite this, but then I cannot kill this, right? Because of the counter. Do we have better blocks than this? Not really. Not really. I think we just go like this. But because there's a lockdown, we don't need to trade well. So we go like this. Alright. Tricky, didn't want to mess it up. And now we have kinda 2 birds, so maybe. Let's see what we get first. That's definitely a card that matters. So do we exile everything? I think it's good. I think it's kinda good. And graveyards shouldn't matter, so let's just get rid of this. And let's see what he has in the hand. 2 last cards. It actually is closer than I expected. Everything has haste and, you know, so much mana. So that actually was super scary for a moment. Okay, the shark should close the game. We're going with the bird. And we attack, and this way we can draw extra cards, hopefully. They might go Halana and Alina or this. This will be their last card, probably. And I don't think we need more cards, we'll cycle it. So this turn is still scary, but on the next one we probably will hold the mana. And we should be absolutely fine. So this is how we play right now. We just cycle all the bad cards. Do we need more? You know what? I think we might. That's an enchantment, that's the third one. And we didn't play anything, so we cycle again. We don't need this land. So it's looking okay. I think we went from 4 to 6, so pretty good stuff. Pretty honky. This is probably his best draw, but he already got 2 of them in 19 cards, so that's rough. Now we can play the Emperor. First, always go this. And we will have the mana, right? Let's go like this. Yeah, we still have 2 mana, so we can use the Candy Trail. And this will be a 6-6, and we are closer and closer to closing the game. I think this is where he lost. We don't need to attack with the Shark. There is a chance he will do something crazy, and I want it in the graveyard for the Jewel. Yep. I mean, that was... I'll give him that. That was way closer than it should. Alright, our opponent is on the play with top 40, so I smell mono red. And our hand is really bad against mono red. Let's take it and see if we're right. I assume some kind of aggro. Like, if you are so high, you probably play aggro. Let's play this one. We will try to go with the Great Door, I guess. We don't have great slowing targets, right, for the spells. Like, we don't have 1-2 drops, so it might get rough. Let's see if we can survive long enough. I mean, some impressive gameplay so far. We're also on the draw, so it gets worse. And we don't have Sunfall, we have Farewell, so we are basically 2 turns behind already. If we were on the play, we would counter it, but by being on the draw, we were a very bad player. So, I mean, we could go with this and try to hit the Sunfall. I think our only chance is trying to hit the counter spell into something. Whatever. Not reading. Just attack, full swing, then we go Elspeth, we try to block. If he has removal like Brutal Qatar, he wins. Let's go next. Our hand was extremely bad for what we know, what we are seeing, and we still need to hit Sunfall because, and this is why I always play Sunfall over Farewell. Again, we cannot get to 6, we can only get to 5. And let's go next. Told you. That's basically it. If you don't hit the right cards, you are out, especially on the draw. If we're on the play, I think we would have a chance. We would counter Adeline, which would give us so much time to recover. Let's go with blue mana. You generally like to conceal that you have double white, because the white is the color of sweepers. And we need to cherish the lockdown, so we probably wait a few turns. Just force him to go white. Alright, Switch Spear or Chick? Warden. Alright, they won't go for the recruiter on the next turn, so I think they will go super white. Let's make a stop. I will play this. And we say go. Then we may make a stop and pretend that we are, you know, sitting with the counter spell or something and we cannot answer the board. So he wants to flood us with a lot of small creatures, and then he's like, yeah, I played the rounds. Really? This is a 3-drop. Like, it's still good for us, but I mean, it could be better. I wanted the full value. I wanted, like, you know, those Glee demolition goblins and just everything at one turn. But I guess we won't get it. He will get the Scry, so it's worth it. So basically the math behind it, he wasted 1 damage, but he will do 1 extra damage on the next turn, so in the end he's, you know, above the curve. We kinda have to go for the lockdown. Like, it's too important to just get rid of all of this pressure, and I cannot play Tezzeret because it dies instantly. We won the game, by the way. There's nothing our opponent can do, he doesn't have good colors. Which means Sunfalls will always hit. The best play he can make is try to burst us a little bit, then go for the recruiter. But yeah, like, it's also a pretty slow version of the deck, I think. We don't have... yeah, exactly, this is what I wanted before, but it's absolutely fine. Like, we'll just Sunfall and then Sunfall and then Sunfall and some, you know, sweepers later, and he will explode. So he has Knight of Chaos, right? But man, oh, it's 1 white. I was sure it's 2 white for some reason. Sure. We always appreciate aggro cards that draw cards. Because why not? So even after this Sunfall, like, we actually aren't winning yet, which is wild. So second sweeper, and the game is still on. If he should open with the vampire, I think, because it's 2 creatures in 1. And then he plays on the next turn something from this and Knight of Chaos. and then he forces another sweeper, but we have it, so no, it's fine. And we're at 18 somehow. However, hi. Let's draw some cards, shall we? I think we go like this. Well, if he wasn't dead before, oh boy, he's dead now. And because I have sweeper, this in the board already creates enough pressure. So, I think I told you on turn 2 or 3 that we won, and as you can see, the game is pretty predictable if you see your opening hand. So, I hope you enjoyed the games. Alright guys, it was a blast honestly to play with this deck. We only have 2 Enigma Jewels, but they absolutely dominated the whole deck. Tezzeret, Teferi, Eternal Wanderer, they do nothing. The 1-drop is the true power, and I'm super excited for the card. I knew that it has some potential, because everything that costs 1 mana and gives you 2 mana is no joke, but I have to say that the fact that you can use 2 mana and fuel the craft with 4 or more blah 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 ability, it makes it just 7 mana. 7 mana is legit. It's Atraxa, it's Tali, like this happens a lot. Especially in this kind of deck with like Celestus, treasure maps. You have even seen that even if you cast it on turn 1, even treasure map alone gives you insane value over the game. Like the fact that you get it for free is just a huge difference. And you can use Disruption Protocol with this. You can use it to fuel all the Seed Shark tokens. Basically it's like Tezzeret but for 1 mana and not 4. I mean, the card is insanely fun, and like even if you attack with Anchorage, double map every turn is so like it's enough very often. And of course, when you double, it means you flipped it, and you probably got some cool abilities. I think the deck can be more refined because some of the interactions aren't perfect. For example, the Great Door doesn't give you as much value with this because you just draw 2 and discard 2. Honestly, it really still helps because you can just get every turn some relevant, effect. But I think there probably, if you search very closely, probably there will be some cool effects that combo with this very nicely. I wasn't super happy with the Candy Trail. The idea was, this Disruption Protocol, discarding to Tezzeret, but in the end I think the deck plays a little bit more around the Jewel, but it's still a nice combo. You can always use this 2 mana from the Jewel for it. And let's go into the meat of the deck, the interactions. So first, I was a little bit confused because I couldn't use all the abilities, even though the text says you may activate each of those abilities only once each turn. Yes, but it's just a permission. You can. However, the other rules prevent permanent to activate loyalty abilities more than once a turn. I believe that's what I read. So that would make sense, and you can still use one of the abilities from one of the Planeswalkers. They are doubled, so you get not only perfect flexibility, but also the one ability you have chosen just triggers twice. Also, you don't need to defend it because it's not a Planeswalker, so it means that it just stays in the battlefield forever. It's insane together with like Emperor, right? Because usually they can just attack it to negate the -2. Here you can just force them to always get the -2 as long as they are attacking your face. And because you can +1 twice, you can do the -2 every second turn and it gets doubled. I mean, the possibilities are insane with this card, so I was super impressed. Also, the transformation works differently, right? Because I think as per ruling, you transform the treasure map, but it's not really transform treasure map, it's more transform this, because it's understood that treasure map is the card that the text is on. So I think that was the reason that Enigma Jewel flipped. So that the ruling on this will be insane, and you have so many synergies and possibilities that it probably can be broken like 10 times. But yeah, it's super fun. I have to say, it's super fun. And you can ask, if that's so busted and broken and great, why isn't it played everywhere? Well, because it only fuels the abilities, and like you need to have a specific deck I'm not sure how much support we have for this one. Definitely Sharks felt great with this, and Sharks were good anyway, so it's a good synergy. But that's the downside. You need something that you needs mana for abilities that are relevant, and in best of one, most of the relevant abilities are life gain and just killing everything. So I'm not sure if you can find something like this, and that's probably something that keeps this card in check a little bit. But with new sets, I would guess that we probably get more possibilities, and this will be in the format for so long that I have no doubts that we will meet it again, and I think I will try to brew some more decks with this because it was extremely satisfying and very very fun, and I had a blast learning the card. I think we covered most alright results. I think we went 4 wins, 1 loss, and I think there was 1 draw because I got disconnected during the game, but it doesn't show as a loss in the stats, I think. Let me check. Alright, I checked. We have no mono-red in the stats, and I played mono-red, so it had to be a draw, and I think that was disconnect from the server or something. So, pretty decent shot. We ranked up with this one, and the point is that it really felt dominating. With the lockdowns and Sunfall and Farewell, you can absolutely survive for a long time. Honestly, probably Disruption Protocol was the weakest card, and Candy Trail, so I would think about replacing those. Elspeth was interesting, but as you can use only 1 Planeswalker and -2 needs 2 loyalty counters, I think she could go for some better Planeswalker. Not sure which one. Teferi is really great because we have so many artifacts and the life gain and all this stuff, but you need to also consider that you need loyalty for the minus abilities. So probably Tezzeret was the best because you can not only +1 and fewer other abilities, but also draw 4 cards and possibly discard only 2. And that's after 1 turn like this, you will probably get every advantage you have in the value. So really cool stuff. It could be tweaked, it could be refined, but it's already a blast. And that was super long intro because I was pretty excited about this one. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. I definitely did. If you aren't subscribed, you know what to do. And yeah, as always, thank you for watching. If you are until the end, you are a true hero because not many do. I'll tell you this. But I wanted to talk about this deck because I think it's super interesting and I had great games with this. So hopefully it will be the same for you. And have fun, guys, and see you tomorrow. With